Because my troll won't take a break, I'm not gonna take a break. So I know I said that I probably wouldn't stream. Um, so, but here I am. Yay! Yay! Um, now I talked about my impact and how me just being me, how I influence my environment and what type of memory I leave behind. So I'm, and you're gonna have to bear with me like last stream because I am butt ass tired. Um, it's better than drunk screams, right? Yeah, yay. Um, the one anime in particular, um, I don't know why it got translated into Erased, because Erased really doesn't share the impact. Let's see if I can get the microphone a little bit closer. Calling it Erased doesn't really share the impact of it. The Japanese title is the town in which I never was, or the town without me. And I don't know why they couldn't just call it the town without me, because that's the poem um, in the anime, and with the exception of the time displacement and stuff like that, when you really think about it, um, she died and she was forgotten completely. I mean, he couldn't even really remember anything. He had to actually go to the future, come back to the past in order to like really realize what impact her death had on his life. And the initial impact was that um, she it was the town without her. It was, with the exception of the changes that he made, she was, by all intents and purposes, forgotten. And saving her from that fate um, pretty much kept her from being forgotten, which I always thought was, as I watched it, the anime before I read the manga, I always thought that that thread um, was what the story was all about. And um, I think that something gets lost, and it's the reason why the ending is so unsatisfying, because yes, she's remembered now. Yes, she stayed alive. Yes, her accomplishment was she got married and had kids. Um, but I always wonder, and this is why it's personal to me, is that, you know, all the places that I've been, all the people I've interacted with, how many of them have I forgotten? I'm actually being reminded of people who passed because of COVID, but that doesn't even like scratch the surface on the amount of people that have come in and out of my life and I've absolutely forgotten. I mean, 20 years ago, I was in college. No, no. Oh, shit. almost 30 years ago, I was in college. 25 years ago, I was in college. Um, and the 5 years that I was in college, the 5 years that I was in college, the amount of people that I had contact with, people who were graduating when I was a freshman, the people who were freshmen when I was, I guess, technically a junior. Um, just the sheer amount of people that I had contact with was just ginormous, and my pool of I want to say my pool of friends was also just as huge, and I only remember a handful, and even out of the handful of people that I remember, um, lots of things blurred together. So they blur into other friends and things like that. Um, and I I wonder if I did that with them. Yeah, a college without me. Um, I'm making videos. I am doing everything that I am supposed to do to be a YouTuber. So I think I can call myself. I think I can give myself the title of a YouTuber because the what I'm doing and trying to accomplish. Um, I like with Facebook. I don't feel any closer to finding my tribe than I did then, and I was on Facebook for many, many, many years. I was on Facebook back in college, so that tells you how long I've been on Facebook. I remember it was a college only application, and yeah, started in Harvard, but they delved it out to other colleges as well. Um, the amount of drinking that I did, um, I mean, I did do drugs too, but only kind of more recreational and stuff like that, especially in college. But just the amount of drinking that I did that carried on over into um, the corporate world when I was working corporate. And for 5 years after that, I was still, you know, a full blown alcoholic is probably the best way to put it. I don't think that a day went by that I didn't have alcohol consumption. And the person that I was dating, at the time, accused me more than once that I was an alcoholic. Um, I had actually, I wasn't living in denial. I was, I was satisfied with the fact that I just numb everything in the world and not feel anymore. And, do it that way. look back on it, I just see, it was pretty sad. Um, Isolated amongst crowds of people, and not really, not really making a dent. Um, and I left corporate America. I don't even think they missed me, not even for a day. I think they were happy to be rid of me, as it were. Um, and same with most jobs that I've had. I think that they've all been, fairly satisfied with the fact that I'm gone and not a part of their world. I used to do, conventions have come up recently, and going to conventions and doing convention things, and I've been to pretty much every type of convention imaginable. I did practical effects, and that kind of like lends itself into pretty much every genre, um, type of convention, making cosplay, um, costumes, and bits and parts and things like that. And um, I'd say it was a decent living. I did okay. Um, it definitely helped launch me into doing practical effects for movies. But I really didn't really want to do that as far as a job. I wanted to make movies. I wanted to write scripts. I wanted to do that area, and my mentor was very supportive of it. Definitely his field, which is why he was my mentor. Um, um, kind of kind of the practical effects, which was what I was earning a living doing, took a huge backseat. Um, and then of course writer strike, and you know, fast forward, writer strike and the housing crisis and the recession and everything like that. And instead of trying to fight it, which I could have done, I could have held in there, as it were, and the amount of the amount my back was stabbed, and with people that I respected and people that I trusted and people that I helped, um, the amount of the amount that it was just, you know, don't you realize I'm hurting here type of deal. Um, Nobody was helping me out, and in is in a similar way, not to say that, oh, nobody was helping me out. I was also, I can do this. I can come back. That's why I moved to North Carolina, because that was supposed to be the Hollywood of the East Coast, and that did not work out nearly as well as I thought it was going to. If I if I died today, or if I just vanished, if I just stopped making videos and I vanished, no longer had an online presence, and just left this, where we're at right now, I I think it would just die. I think that I not only would I be forgotten, but I don't even think I come up in searches anymore. I mean, I think about, how active my Facebook was for years. And when I was doing the novel idea and I was going in there, it was just business as usual, just not me putting any input in it. And now as a content creator, these are the things I have to look at. I have to worry about, somebody using something that's copyright claimed and stuff like that, because they'll get copyright claimed from me, and DMCA'd and all the other bullshit that goes on, because I don't worry about monetization. And I've watched video after video after video of, like, should you do karaoke, because that's you're using somebody else's music, and it's like, and not only are you using somebody else's music, I'm using somebody else's music played by somebody else on top of it. And they have a right to them. The artist that plays the music has a right to their talent. You know, they're providing a service, and I definitely, you know, if my singing takes off in any way, shape, or form, um, I'm not too worried about it. But I can see people asking me to write parodies for them. I can see people asking me to write original songs for them, and I would love to do that. Um, I, the lyrics to the songs. Um, I can probably write some music, but I haven't really delved into that. Maybe I should. Maybe I should write some original songs. Um, right now, I'm just getting used to how this works. I mean, I yesterday with the playback, I thought the entire video, um, from Iron Mouse has a harem, which is from Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. Um, that entire video I thought was just lost. I was watching it and it was stuttering and stopping and not doing what it was supposed to do, and is why I don't do reviews. Obviously, if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know that, like, I am very bad, very bad at writing reviews and reactions and stuff like that. I'll sing along with it, and I will do this, and I'll point out some things that I would want to change. And that was that the reason the rules exist is not so that people have something to follow, and not even to help people know what to expect. The reason the rules exist is so that I would produce these videos. That's the only reason. Because if I didn't make those rules, if I didn't put those rules in place and didn't adhere to them, I've broken pretty much all of them. But if I don't adhere to those rules, the videos will never get made. Tell you how much I love If I Were an Orc, but man, I would re-sing that song probably a million more times until I get it just right, until it's completely, and I'm mixing and matching my voice, and I would do just voiceover and all this other stuff for it. And I can speed up the tempo of the music and slow down the tempo of the music. I would do all these things so that I would have the reactions and the things and everything that I need so it fits. It's one of the hard parts about, like, the Tracy Chapman song, because it's the same verse over and over again in the music, and then it has one change up. So it goes bing ding 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 bing 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 ding 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 bing 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 ding ding ding. That's pretty much the music. Just on a loop almost. And um I have to, when I, reread my lyrics, Trace Chapman puts in a lot of words. If you really think about it, I actually condensed, I shortened it. I use less words so that I can make them fit without having me to run on so much. And I'm still having to run on, especially in some spots. And I'm just like, ugh. And again, sincere apologies for being so tired, but one of the main reasons that I'm doing this and I'm trying to force myself to just still do these videos is because this nightmare week that I'm on right now, I have 2 more days of it. I thought it was going to be over, but then I'm working back with my normal shit, and hopefully not working. Hopefully I have Sunday off, which I'm probably going to sleep. And then starting Monday through Friday again, I get to do this all over again. Just drive. And I know everybody's thinking, oh, look at him. He's going to get paid for the mileage. And I haven't gotten paid for mileage freaking yet. So the fact that it's a long ass drive doesn't mean jack shit to me. Nobody pays me for mileage. If they can get away with not paying me, they'll not pay me. So all the wear and tear on my car, all the gas, I'm now 2 tanks of gas I've gone through. And gas isn't cheap right now. Um, now 100. Basically, I spent $100 on just driving just this week. I'm gonna have to spend another freaking $100 for next week. That's $200 out of my freaking pocket for what? That doesn't account for the fact that I probably wearing my brakes down. Probably I probably have to send it back to a tune-up. Basically putting 1,000 miles on my car for nothing. 1,000 miles in 2 weeks, and it's brutal. Like I said, I don't know how people who have long commutes every day just do it. I mean, I know some people take the train and stuff like that, and maybe that's what it is. It's just, well, I'm going more remote, so I have to drive my car. But and then I deal with my phone dying like all the time now, and I am just not happy with this whole situation. I got a charger, like a booster, a little booster that I'm gonna probably take with me. Make that happen. My phone's dead again. Barely even use it. It's just dying because here I'm saying barely using it. Using my GPS. I'm trying to figure out where traffic is. I'm trying to avoid traffic because it's just such a long drive, and the last thing I need to be is stuck in traffic. I got kind of like powered up yesterday and stuff like that. I don't know if you could tell, but I was still dragging ass. Um, I think I'm worse today. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm more tired and just continuing on. It's not this. This isn't my problem. forcing myself to make these videos. I think I got a few good clips. I probably have like 2 to 5 minutes every now and again. Sometimes think that maybe I should be a freaking VTuber. And if I became a VTuber and had a female character and it got discovered it was me, the voice changer, oh my god. That would be awful. See, the problem with me doing that, and even making even a male avatar for myself, is that I'm trying not to be forgotten. It's the reason why I show my face, because I don't want to be forgotten. I don't want to be, you know. It's that guy. Who's that guy again? He did those stupid parodies. I don't want to be that guy. Basically want to say, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, everybody else, and just basically stick with my own family, my own group. Little weirdos that we all are and stuff like that. And I wish I knew them. Place just to hang out and be weird and crazy. I don't have to worry about all this craziness that's happening in the real world. Just make our own stuff. Do, forge our own path in the world. Do it together. That'd be nice. That would be really, really, really nice. So I had last night, and I actually went to bed, had a nightmare about a past job. I don't even know how much I'm supposed to even say. Yeah. There's no way they'll give me freaking permission, but this is fiction anyway, right? So I can say fiction. Nothing I'm saying, any stories that I tell, it's just pure fiction, right? So I'm allowed, I think, right? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not getting paid for this shit anyway, so. Can't subscribe to my Patreon because I don't have one. Can't do my PayPal because they actually PayPal shut me down. Can you believe it? I have to make a new PayPal account. I'm just too lazy to do it. Yeah, can you believe it that I got freaking shut down by PayPal? I think I had 11 cents in it. That's probably why they shut me down. But yeah, if you can't tell, I love watching anime, and I definitely would recommend Erased. I definitely don't. I think that the final episode, they definitely set up. They tried to set up for a season 2, which would have been nice to have. I don't think that they had much of a demand for it because of how craptastic the finale was. But I would have loved to have seen it. Because one of the problems that he has is that anytime that he goes back, that's not him as a kid. He's in a coma. He's going to basically wake up in his time slip in a coma. So he can only go from this point on. Who knows? Maybe he can time slip into the future. He has a truck of doom. Yeah. right in the beginning. Wish they delved more into the antagonist of it. I'm really, it was really not, I guess maybe because like I was really not feeling the protagonist of the story. Just, you know, the fact that the poem was about a town without her. It's pretty amazing. It's one of the reasons why I like Steins Gate so much. Um, I think that I was like crazy about time travel shows, but I think time travel forces them to write um, things that um, I guess they don't feel they can write in other types of genres. And that's the reason why I'm kind of very attracted to it because it's very cerebral. Um, yeah. Excuse me. Uh, I don't want to talk about work, but just what I'm freaking living right now, and I'm sorry. I don't know how to apologize anymore about it. Wish I was a better human being. It's uh, it's kind of sad. I want to attract people, and I I think that there's a lot of them out there. I think there's a lot of people who are weirdos just like me, and not a bunch of Sean's running around. People get that all mistaken. They every time I talk about it, people think that I want like a bunch of clones of myself, and I was like going, I just started to learn to like myself. Why the fuck would I want to bring another one of me running around? What I mean is like, you have your own quirks and your own, you know, thoughts, dreams and desires and hates, and you're looking to be, to discover yourself, or you've discovered yourself and you're looking to be the best you could be. Those are the type of people that I like. And I want to be associated with them. I really do. And just it's one of the reasons why I just feel alone. And it's just the way it is, I guess. I want to use the quote. I don't even know where I heard it from, so I'm sorry for whoever actually wrote it. And I'm going to bastardize it and just make it my own. So, came into this world. Oh, how does it go? How's it go? One day I came into this world, and one day I'm going to leave this world, and hopefully it's not the same way. Confused and crying. Yeah. Yeah, reason that doesn't apply to me because I didn't cry as a baby. And that's probably how I'm gonna go out. Probably not crying. Probably very accepting. I might not know it. I'm confused now, so what difference would it make if I'm confused in the future? Nearing the end. I think I'd want to fight it. Fight until it's not fight till my last breath happens. think that's what I would do. Hopefully, I'll have my tribe. It would be a great tribe. We'll all be happy, accepted. Oh, how nice would it feel to be just accepted? Accepted for who you are. Rejoice with the fact that you can think of things and do things, enjoy things, enjoy each other's company. Oh, what a dream. That would be nice. That would be a really nice. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry that I seem like I'm drunk. I am. I have to tell you, I'm stone cold sober. I haven't had a drink in almost 20 years. So I'm trying to think of the exact day last time I actually did drink. It was definitely after 9/11, September. Could it have been? It happened on a Tuesday. So it had to be a week later. So it had to be at least the 18th. Maybe it was like the 25th. And person who was supposed to be in the towers um, had recently transferred out to another state and was trying to get back actually to New York, where they wanted to stay. They preferred New York over where they got transferred to. And they got their wish. They came back basically to bury their entire office, and they were a mess. And nobody, especially when you're that broken, that sad, and that, you know, helpless, and you're drinking, you shouldn't drink alone. And I might break my sobriety if it comes down to that again. I tried AA, it just didn't work for me, and I hope it works for a million people and everybody, and I hope everybody stays sober who wants to stay sober. But like organized religion, it just didn't. I did the steps, it's a 12-step program, and I did the steps, and there's a few things with the steps that I um, use today. They're tools to be used, and I still use them today. But I don't need a coin or a chip or anything of that nature. I used to think that was so important. Um, I used to think that having that chip, having that 1 day chip or that 90-day chip or the 1 year chip or 10-year chip and stuff like that. I used to think that was all so fucking very important, and it's not. The day today for that was one of the things that I learned. Today is the day that I stayed sober. Not 19 other years. Just today. Cloud Atlas with that quote. It's one of the reasons why I like Cloud Atlas so much, because I'm trying to think of how they said it. It's like, what are you? You're just nothing but a drop in an endless ocean. And what is an endless ocean except billions and billions of drops? And that kind of resonates with me a little bit. So why, like I said, it's why I want to find my ocean where my drop belongs. I want to make my own tides. Be part of something that is just so grand. It does and it does things. And we want to do things. Art, help people, speak the truth. Truth to power and truth to the people. I guess America could be my tribe, but man, there's 74 million people that I freaking don't even want to have a conversation with. Why the fuck would I want them in my tribe? Uh, yeah, I don't like feeling alone, and even being an introvert and preferring um, solitude. Um, I can move mountains in solitude, but when you're forgotten, this is at least now I have recorded memories now that people can actually watch and see, and who knows, maybe I'll replay this, do a reaction of my own freaking reactions, and you can see that I feed my narcissism, my ego, just what I need. Just what I need. I am not getting comfortable, and this chair is usually very, very comfortable, and it's got a nice low back. I don't know if you can see that. I think it's showing up. Yeah, low enough. But I chose this chair with a low back on purpose so that I can actually cut it off so that you don't have a chair. So I wanted to put a fake gaming chair or something like that icon behind me. I can do that. Not really supposed to see the chair. Um, sorry. I remember in school, in grade school, they said if you're going to yawn, just swallow. It does work, but the problem with it is that it makes you feel like shit. And I think the teacher did that on purpose. Um, I don't think I'm gonna make it 15 more minutes. I'm definitely trying. Maybe after this cigarette. But come interact. Look, I'm still here. I'm still going. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow around this time, 6 o'clock, I guess. 6 o'clock's a good time, right? To live stream. Um, ask questions. I'll answer them. I swear. Everybody who's commented, I've responded to every one of them. And I would love to keep that up, but if I become, if I have 1,000 people in the chat and it's scrolling like crazy, I'm not getting to shit. Jack shit. If if I have open up a Twitch page, I'm not gonna get the jack shit. I just hope people like the songs. I hope I'm remembered for them. And yeah, some of the songs, didn't take a lot of time to create, but man, I do care. I want to see them do better. Some of the parodies are awesome. I think because I'm not involved with the 40K community anymore, it's the reason why if I were an orc is just not hitting, not resonating. I think people are just slowly seeing it. I'm not talking like a huge again. Don't do. Gets them gets. I'm not talking like that. Suck up. I don't think they want to hear anything from me. Slimy, stupid humies. Bleh. Love being an orc. Maybe I'll do something about that. Maybe I'll do some crafting. I mean, I got a few projects that I want to put together and stuff like that, and I want to make them, and make them happen. But I said after the cigarette I would go. So as always, hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you are having a grand old time. And I hope you find your happiness. I hope you realize how important you are. Not to me. You are important to me, but you realize how important you are to yourself. I know a lot of people don't realize how great, how wonderful they are. And I want to change that. Even if they're not in my tribe, I definitely would want to change that. There's nothing more beautiful, wonderful, scary even, but scary in a good way. And it can be kind of risky, and especially if you're revealing yourself and who you truly are, and people are so used to a fake you. It's a very scary place to be in, and I know what it's like to I know what it's like to fit in over your own principles, your own guiding star, and stuff like that. But I have to tell you, it's so empty, so unfulfilling being like that. Like you find out who you are and just let it out. And I mean, I'll always accept you. I will always, always accept you. That's why I want you to be happy. It's key. And finding happiness is just not, it's not something you can just do. Well, I guess some people could do it. For me, I can't do it. I can't just, look around and, find my happiness, because any type of happiness that I seem or show when I've done stuff like that just is disingenuous. And I don't want to be disingenuous. I want it to be me. I mean, when I crack jokes and say something funny, I want it to be me. because it is so amazing. It does so much, and you you'll be better off for it. That's the wonderful thing about it. You will be better off for it. So I hope you're having a great time wherever you are. Hope you do all the wonderful things. And as always, cool beans. All right? Take care. Gotta click it. Let's do this. Uh, Yesterday I was actually watching my own videos, and I think I'm gonna make a clip um, for it. Probably be in the dose of hope. And it just would be a series of like, I'm not drunk because I am tired as hell and I'm not really getting much better. I'll probably sound a little bit better, so maybe I have a little bit more energy today. Maybe, who knows? Um, I also got a direct message, which I'm going to probably let me bring that up and get it out of the way. I have not read it, so everything's taking forever. But yeah, you think about me. Sorry for the abrupt leaving. You change devices, they don't like that for some reason. Okay. Sorry, just a little bit delay logging in. So there's nobody here anyway. So hopefully you skip. Maybe I'll put a thing where you can just skip to this point. Running around. There's no. Let's open this up. Okay. I'm logged in. Yay. Guess I could just read it. You know. You must have been raised with pigs. Okay. Keep making these ridiculous videos that actually don't do anything. As for your singing, you must not have been taught anything when you were a boy. You must have crawled out from under some slimy rock. Love, Mother. P.S. Don't you dare read this on one of your videos. If you do, don't you even think about saying it's from me. No. Not from Mother. Love you, Mom. I think he's just trying to cheer me up. That's for those of you who don't know, that's a quote from Brian's song. Well, it's a changed quote from Brian's song. Oh. All right, let's see what's been happening. I don't know, nothing, everything. I didn't shoot yesterday, and I meant to, and I don't. Like I said, I'm thinking about making a I'm not drunk video, me being tired all the time. Yeah, just it's not the work itself. The work itself is fine, you know. It's just the driving to and fro. It's been a little rough on me, and it's funny. I think I just get more sun commuting than anything else, and it's literally just completely bearing down on me the entire time. So I think I'm all sunned out, and you can see that I'm like white as anything, and I got dark arms, and my arms are different colors. So. Yeah, it's crazy. One of these days I'll have people in chat, and we can chat, and they can chat, and you know I'll read chats and stuff like that. And we can do that. I'm not entirely like without. You know, I've been meaning to read this. I don't know. This is Secret Wars. I've been meaning to read it and finish it up. You know, I have the whole thing right here, and I don't have to go digging for the comic books. And just read that. Just basically I don't want to get it over with, but I do want it to, you know, have some sort of conclusion, since it doesn't seem like that's something that a lot of people are interested in watching. My pool of viewers is very, very small, and the videos that people are watching, in general, they're not watching long enough to even, you know, why would they sit through an entire comic book, which takes about a half hour? Why would they, you know, sit through an entire comic book when they're only watching for 4 seconds, and it's like they can't even I have some 2-minute songs, and people aren't even staying a minute of it. Most people aren't staying a minute of it. There's a bunch of I have a few people, reoccurring viewers and stuff like that that are fairly loyal to how the video, they know to watch the video. Like, here I am 10 minutes in, and you're the one watching the video. I mean, everybody else is already kicked off by now. um so this is when I'm supposed to have this is when the good content's supposed to start, because that's really what it is. It's about, having the good stuff, and talk about the crazy things. Most of my videos, that's really where the meat and potatoes are, as it were, are here. After the 10-minute mark, and I go strong pretty much throughout till the end. But the beginnings of my videos, I'm almost deliberately, I shouldn't say almost, I am deliberately making them kind of like useless. I do some things, but I'm sticking pretty much with, after the average time is up, then that's when I start in. Um, and I'll probably have some more fuel for the videos of for to make the I'm not drunk video, I need to have that, and just start making, turning the unscripted into videos. Um, got a lot of content, which is good. That's what I need. A lot of places, things to use, and and things to talk about, and subjects that I've mentioned, and if I shorten them down and just edit the videos out, then should work. Should work up fine. Um, Next week is going to be kind of rough for me again. Monday and Tuesday, I'm in a different office, but actually traveling further. But that's what happens when you're in demand. Tomorrow, I get to go to my office, and I get to find out what happened during the week, and hear the sage advice. And I know everybody's been telling me, you gotta, the union can't help you if you don't mention it, and I haven't mentioned it to the union yet. But I don't know if I'm just trying to get the fuel, or if there's something, maybe there's a plan, and I'm about to mess it all up. I don't know. I it's beyond me. It's, you know place of empty promises, and the union has never done me any good anyway. So why would I even think that they would start now? I am definitely on my own. I pay my union dues, but I'm definitely on my own, where that's concerned. Um, I gotta fight for my own place, and I have to do it without help. And I have to admit, my trust in people having my back is very close to zero. Um, it might be less than zero. I don't know. It's pretty piss poor. Um, I don't know when I'm gonna, um, talking about my sense of humor, and doing funnies, and having funny little quips. Um, hope that the reading was, about 30 seconds long, because I'll probably turn that into a trailer. Um, I I do want, I do, some people are thinking, there's been some chatter, as it were, but some people have talked to me about, like we're just goofing around, and it is a hobby. Um, this is my hobby. It's definitely not, my job, my income maker, but I do want the site to succeed. I do want it to get exposure. I am a little embarrassed about. Embarrassed is probably the wrong word, but let's just go with it. I am a little embarrassed about watching somebody else listen to my songs because I'm already cringing anyways to begin with, and now do I get to watch them cringe? Um, I think I need to go through the videos. Unscripted's not going to have meta tags and stuff like that, but I think I definitely need to fix my meta tags and um, see if that helps um, garner more viewers. But I don't. Will it garner the viewers I want, or will it just make? I just It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I like I said, when you have 100, when you're dealing in the 100, breaking 100 views in a month's time, there, you know, you're not. I'm not going to be successful, especially with most people basically click throughs. And there's nothing wrong with my troll. Is a whole different story. I don't like my troll. It's annoying, and I don't know. It's like I want to shake them and say, what you're trying to accomplish, you're not. It's you're all you do is just annoy me. And if the job that my troll is trying to do, if it's a bot or if it's a real person, or it's probably a bot because it's pretty consistent around 3 o'clock every day, hating my videos. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't, doesn't doesn't bring less traffic. When I'm hanging out at the bottom of the barrel, you're not going to give me less traffic than I already have. It might give me more traffic with the dislike. Um, I don't know. You know, and obviously if the algorithm sees you as a bot, because that's basically all you've done, all you've contributed is that, but you're not the issue, and you're not a problem. Just annoying. But my unique viewers aren't sticking around. I think the bot has the record for the shortest amount of time watching the videos, but most people when they click on it and they see me, especially if they clicked on a thumbnail expecting something else, and then they're just stuck with me for an hour. I don't think that they last the hour at all. I think that they just click out, and it's that is something I'm wondering how I could change, how I could be better suited for the people coming in, so that they know to just stick around and watch. And I'm not going to do it this week, and I'm definitely not going to do it Monday or Tuesday. I can't really change anything. Um, a parody that I've been kind of milling about right now is the Beatles. Is it the Beatles or is it just Paul McCartney? I don't know which. I think it was the Beatles. And it's Blackbird. Maybe for the Wings. I don't know. Um, but it's such an interesting song, and it was really, meant to show that, Back in the 60s, society wasn't ready for minorities to have any type of equal footing. And I think now more than ever, um, do we need to deflate those egos a bit? We need to deflate the egos a little bit. Um, yeah, this is probably going to be a short video. Um, yeah, so I was thinking about changing Blackbird into Black Lives Matter. Yeah, this is yeah, so it probably yeah, so um, sorry, I dozed off a bit. Why I shouldn't be sitting in a comfy chair. Um, I'm just tired, and I'm gonna probably cut this short. Um, as always, if you want to see something, if you want to request a song, if you want me to make a parody of a theme or anything like that, um, I'm always up for it. I will always do that. I'm I'm actually thinking about. I noticed like a month ago, or maybe a month or two ago, that people do solo parts to songs and leave the other part for others to sing. And so I'm actually thinking about, I can actually look one up, see what we got here. Now I got a Chromebook. This is what I've been shooting on, and if you saw the video where I was actually reviewing my songs, you'll notice that I had a couple issues with the video, and I think it was because I had three videos playing at once, and the Chromebook doesn't like it. Uh, let's see what these. Let's see if there's something I can. Just see if there's something I can quickly sing. Mm, I don't think they. Oh, that's a cute song. This is Emily Claire. I don't think I ever sang this song before. I know how very far apart we are. It helps to help and see us through. Together, out their dreams come true. So do something like that. Something like that. I'll probably find out whether this is copyright claimed or not later. I'll probably clip that, but yeah, maybe I should do duets and stuff like that. I don't know. it will be like this. It will be completely off the cuff. Um, I think I heard that song like 20 years ago. Has it been 20 years? Yeah, maybe 20 years. 20 years ago. Um, so I don't know. I, I don't even know how well it came out. So we'll find out later. But yeah, I only wanted to do like a 30-minute video. Anyway, as always, and it's not sleepy. I'm not sleepy. I'm just exhausted. I'm just I always wondered if like this is what I was like when I was drunk. Just completely because like I have this is the difference between what I felt like when I was drunk and what I feel like now. What I felt like when I was drunk was just basically just, you know, going through the motions and the waves and stuff like that. And, my mind just scattered all over the place. Now I'm like, I'm still fairly cognitive of like everything going on. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I sing the song, right or wrong or whatever, has been expected of me. Hopefully it's not too cringe. Um, but yeah, I might do. First I was asking for people to sing along with me, and then I was just like going, you know what? Um, I giving up the um, allowing people to like do something. I don't think people want to do anything. I think they just want to watch a video, and I'm you know to defend those people. I'm the same fucking way. I'm here to enjoy myself, but I also like the interaction. So that's where the weirdos that I'm looking for. Those are the weirdos that I'm trying to find wherever they are hiding. YouTube algorithm, do your job. Find those people for me. Bring them in. You know, I want people to feel like this is a safe space that they can do what they want and just have fun and be themselves. Be who you are. You have no idea how important that is to me and important to this channel. Um, and I still have to stop calling it a site because it's not a site, it's a channel. This is my channel on YouTube. WHOPE, coming at you live. Um, but yeah, so hopefully we can do that. Yeah, when I make, I'm gonna clip that into a video, and we'll make that. I'll make a video for that. It'll be into a lot of noises. If people like that, I will definitely do more of it. Um, she is, yeah, definitely give her super duper props. Um, I'll even say her name again. That was Emily Claire. Um, looks like she was on Avenue A. She one of the cast members from Avenue A. Ooh. Now I feel really special. I'm a sucker for Avenue A. Have I sung any songs? I gotta do the internet's for porn. You know what? I probably haven't done it because. Oh. Oh, she got a lot of good description here. Oh, no, she's talking about the video. No, stop, 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 stop. I'm gonna close this. I'll turn this video right around. Yeah, never mind. It's Emily Claire. Oh, thank you, thank you. I hope that yeah, I wasn't sitting, I wasn't standing, I was sitting through the song. I hope that I did it some justice. And I love your voice. Um, and I know that my recording of your voice is going to come out very teeny. So I hope that everybody can appreciate how wonderful you are. So yeah, kudos. You're awesome. I'll give you super duper props. I was gonna subscribe to her channel because, like I said, I just found it. So, but I had to close it because it started opening up ads and craziness like that. Um, and thank you for the song. Like I said, I got to find out whether it's using your voice. I'm probably copyright claimed. Hopefully it doesn't. I might have to take it out of this because unscripted is not supposed to be copyright claimed. But if it is, like I said, I'll take it out and I'll make a video of it. And I don't mind having copyright claimed videos in my site. Hopefully you make the money from it because your voice definitely is lovely. And I'm sorry, my voice is shit. But as far as people watching this, because obviously you're going to be watching this later, this is the 10th year anniversary for Amy Winehouse's passing. I think I haven't looked at I have a huge song list of things I want to do parodies of, and I think I'm going to do a parody of one of her songs. Yeah. Um, so we'll do something like that. Maybe later. Like this part, this song wasn't even planned, so I have to find non-copyright claim songs so that if anybody knows of any, you know, that's another thing. Like I said, I just looked up Emily Claire, and she's pretty big, and I might have stumbled myself out of having other people like being able to watch it other than private use. Um, so yeah, that was something that I had to, as an original content creator, was I don't do reaction videos. I don't do reviews, even though I think I jokingly, to the joke, reacted to my own video. But I'd like to draw attention to if I were an orc. It's such a great song, and not copyright claim. So yeah, feel free to use it if you want. Um, but yeah, I'll check it out. Um, American Tail might be free use. I might have stumbled on something lucky, but Emily Claire's voice might not be free use. So, but and it's one of the reasons why I originally did duets where I sang one part and just expected everybody else to either sing along and sing the other part or and send it back to me and I would have posted it or posted a link to it. Because you guys are awesome. So many creative people. I'm sometimes in awe with, you know, the amount of talent that, not See, it's funny. It's like when you think of it, everybody thinks of commercial talent, and I'm thinking of like just like the fans talent and it's fan art and stuff like that. When I see that stuff, it's just like I'm just blown away by it. And I know some people get commissions and hire well-known artists and stuff like that, or very talented artists. But I'm just always just actually in absolute awe of the amount of just talented people that are around. And my hats off to you, sir. Um, I am just um, doing this. Um, I know I threatened to shave the beard a bunch of times. I actually might trim the beard, clean it up a little bit, and see how that is. Especially on I don't know, you can't really see it, but I grow hair right here, over here on my cheeks, and I think that this year, last year I had a full on, down to here. I mean, all you have to do is watch one of the early videos. I mean, um, anything with a worst birthday ever. I mean, you see how long my beard was. Um, that that I kept it way too long, but I wanted to. It was 2 years of growth. Um, I Yeah, if I shave it, my Christmas beard won't be. I keep it nice, nice, nicey, nicey. The Christmas beard won't. I won't have a Christmas beard, so I have to keep. I'm gonna keep. I know I was thinking about having a goatee, but definitely after Christmas, I'm going to probably shave to a goatee, and then I will probably decide whether I'm going to be in the Christmas spirit or Crimbus spirit, depending on how you want to look at it. Um, the following year for 2002. Um, but I will admit that on these hot days and everything like that, whooey, having a beard is rough. Is very rough. Um, so speaking about Christmas spirit, I guess fake trees are going to be in this year because the Christmas tree stock has been decimated, and you might be paying a lot for a dead tree, and there's no reason to pay an exorbitant amount for a dead tree. So I would probably recommend thinking about what you're going to be planning on doing for Christmas now, um, as it's going to be an interesting thing um, coming up. I think this shirt's too small for me. I think I'm too fat. Got my Santa belly. Punish this shirt. Problem is this imprint or anything like that is just so huge. It just takes up, it crinkles so much. I can't keep it. Can't keep it nice. Gotta stop slouching. You gotta stand up. Pretend up. Whoa, muscles. But yeah, as far as you're concerned, like I said, I thought I was going to do a half hour, and I'm now already at 45 minutes. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope everything is going swimmingly for you. And I said something about Christmas, and it's but I hope everything's going well. well for you and you're happy and you're doing what you want. I'm trying to do what I want. And yeah, the truth is that I'm right now doing what I want, even though I'm freaking butt ass tired. And it's hard, but I know that I have to continue. I have to keep pushing forward, despite my troll, despite people only viewing for a few seconds out of you know I don't know how many of the unique viewers only stay for a few seconds, but they don't stay long, it seems. And I'm sorry they're not finding. I feel bad that they're not finding what they want with my channel, but the truth is that I probably didn't want them anyway, and I hope they find the videos that they're seeking and they're looking for. Um, I I'm pretty sure I'm not for everyone. I'm pretty sure that um, most, even though I'm pretty blatant about it, like I keep talking about like my secret, this thing, all these things that I'm doing and stuff like that. It's in either you get it or you don't. If you get it, if you get what I'm doing, if you get why I'm doing it, if you get if you're having fun, even just if you're having fun, you don't even need to get it. If you're having fun, then that's watching the videos and wasting a little bit of time with me. Because like I've always said, your time is very precious. Time means a lot, and you know me asking for 40, like I'm at almost 50 minutes. Me asking for 50 minutes of your time, that's a lot. It's a big ask. And for the people that have answered yes to that, I thank you. I thank you very, very much. I made a joke at my mom's expense, and she'll probably never see it to be upset with me about it. So, but maybe I'll tell her about it, and she'll have a good laugh, and then maybe I'll clip it. I'm thinking about it actually being the trailer, using that as the trailer for my videos. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys are really having. I hope you're really happy. Finding out who you are. Or if you already know who you are, I mean, just enjoying it. Complete serenity. All right. So, cool beans. And take care. Two, three, live. Screw you, troll. Hate you so. You'll be in here a little bit. So click in, click out, and get dislike. So yeah. So fuck you. Uh, there's a few things I wanted to talk about. I guess it would probably be easiest just to start with the Mandela effect. Ooh. This I don't understand. I've never understood it. I I can't, the only time that I've ever heard of pretty much all of the effects from the Mandela effect is when somebody announced it, like using Nelson Mandela as the reason for it. I believe the thing was is he died in jail before he could be released and then became president of South Africa. And um, I've never heard any mention of Nelson Mandela dying in jail. I had never even heard of him even being sick in jail. In fact, I didn't even know he was in jail until his release. So that tells you where I'm at in the whole thing. And I think it was mentioned I think he was mentioned in is it Lethal Weapon 2 or Lethal Weapon 3? I think it was Lethal Weapon 2. Um, yeah, I think it was Lethal Weapon 2. When they were talking about the apartheid and before the apartheid fell. And they were the big bads in Lethal Weapon 2. So that's about all I know about apartheid, you know, any of that stuff. Um, and my view of um, South Africa and pretty much the apartheid um, has been enriched. I have more knowledge of it. Trevor Noah is probably unstable, going to be shaky. But and a very good book. I recommend that. I recommend everybody to read Born a Crime. But getting back to the Mandela effect, um, it is, you know, I've never, I've never had that, and I can see that now that somebody's thrown the suggestion of something, you know, divergent from the actual history, that now you can, you know, start doubting, and then you start thinking. The other big one, the the Bernstein Bears, and I've never even heard them called, you know, 7 or 8, like, so I'm calling them the Bernstein Bears. Bernstein, does that work? Bernstein, I can see that, instead of Bernstein, yeah, it's never been the Bernstein Bears. It's Berenstein. Bernstein Bears. Bernstein Bears. That's what they're all been. Papa Bear, Mama Bear. Yeah, whatever. And every time I look at that, you know, people are like, "Oh, this is the Nelson Mandela effect. This is the Mandela effect." Going into where I'm at with it all, um, either they really do have those memories, either those memories do exist, and they come from a world where it's the Bernstein Bears instead of the Bernstein Bears instead of whatever, and Nelson Mandela died and never became president of South Africa. Whatever world that they come from, they're here in this world. In this world, Nelson Mandela never died in prison, and um, and I don't have any memory. There is no news articles. There's no research you can do that's not directly linked to the Mandela effect, for actual, you know, records of going back and looking at it and having that. So it doesn't exist. So whether the influence of other people have influenced you and changed your what you remember from history, because your memories can be fluid in that way, or you actually come from a different world, a twin world, where those things existed. And I don't know why anybody would want to be in, you know, 6 if you're somebody's community. Choice number 6, the darkest timeline. Um, why would you be here? And can I go there, wherever you came from? Because it's got to be better than this. Um, the reason I bring up that is I definitely, where the Mandela effect is concerned, you know, find it interesting, to that effect, that, you know, how it influences people. But I also realize that, you know, anybody who is like me needs to be part of my tribe, and I'm not alone. But um, and I now worry that because I'm throwing that out there, that you're being influenced by me, and if you're influenced by me, then it's total, the rules I just set out, don't apply. It had to be take the information in, listen to it, but not have it, affect you in such a way that you believe everything that's told to you. Everything that's told to you, everything that's written down, does not automatically become fact. And that includes everything Trump says as well, and more so in his case, and any followers of Trump, because they ruin the grand old party. They ruined it. It's ruined. I mean, I definitely think Ron Reagan definitely set a precedent for it, but at least it wasn't ruined. I mean, I know I definitely, before Trump came along, I definitely was talking about how the GOP is dying and, or is dead and they just don't know it yet. And they're basically just, taking the corpse around and stuff like that. I've definitely said that stuff in the past. What the GOP is now, I can't even justify its existence because of what's going on. It's just like, science doesn't, these things don't suit me, so I'm going to change them. And not only am I going to change them, I'm going to, make a lot of other people. My troll, been there. So, yay, dislike, dickhead. Sorry, just letting you know that it was very brief. It came in, came out. He might have gotten, or she, could be she. I think it's a bot, so it might have gotten. It might have been here a whole 2 seconds. So maybe, definitely 1 second. But so yeah, so we're bringing up my tribe and stuff. I have for many, 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 too long that I don't like to recall it. Been alone, and I always thought that I was fine with being alone and being unique, and this, but it is part of my introverted side. And for people that didn't realize, I taken the Myers-Briggs test years ago, but I recently did it again, and the results haven't changed. So it's all the same thing. So I'm what's known as an INFP, introvert. I forgot what N is. Sugar. Feeling perceptor. I know that's the other two. So it tells you how much I've been paying attention. Introversion, feeling, perception. And I am very strong in those things. So I kind of disagree with people who are like that, like J.R.R. Tolkien and stuff like that. But maybe he was. I don't know. I never met the man, so I couldn't say. But yeah, and I would even think that people who are INFP would be members of my tribe. But the thing is that I don't know. The creative aspect definitely, and I definitely think that people who don't even think that they're creative might never realize that how much creativity and self-awareness that they have to this, and throwing it onto a creative person, um, I might think too highly of my creativity, um, to get me out of situations. Um, my creativity has failed me in many, 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 many times. So I don't know how to say it other than that, but um, so maybe not a bunch of INFPs. I mean, maybe ENFPs, ENFJs. I don't think that the Myers Briggs denotion is what would make a person part of my tribe. Um, I definitely want to give. I think subscribers is the worst thing to give to people who um, spend time watching my page and doing things like that. And I wish I could change the name. Um, I've watched some Twitch streamers and stuff like that, and they do have names for the people in chat. Um, um, Miyuni calls Fluffle Squad. Iron Mouse calls it her precious family. Um, those are two that come right up my head, right at the top of my head. Um, people have like lots of different names and stuff like that for them. Um, Slimes is one. Um, but yeah, and I was thinking like just calling it my tribe, tribemen, tribe people, or something like that, and something like that. The tribbies, something I don't know, but something other than subscriber. I don't like it. I don't like calling people subs. Sub sounds like you're underneath me or something like that, and definitely, your time is, like I said, precious to you, and I am very grateful that people give up their time to watch me, rant and say silly, stupid things. So, thank you for that. I I hope it isn't a waste, even though I do call it wasting time with me. Um, I hope that some insight or something like that, glean something. But I I've been at this for like looking for my tribe, my people, um, for many years, and I have really come up short in that respect. And I do worry that sometimes I'm very dismissive. Um, so I should get into like what I see as rules, and these could actually change, and I probably should put more light on. Sun was out today, and sun was out and shining and doing its thing, and um, now all of a sudden it's like getting dark again. It might rain. Um, but yeah, so I've always come up short. So like I don't even see myself as a chief of the tribe. I'm not even close. I definitely see that whoever actually is a member of the tribe, um, that we are equals, and you know we matter. We matter to each other. We matter to the world. I mean, like that's a big thing for me. Um, and I don't want to die and have. I don't want my tribe to happen when I'm dead. Like I Like people think like that's going to be meaningful. Guess what? It's not. It's not meaningful. It means nothing. When I die, none of it matters. And with the way humanity's going, I'm going to be forgotten. So setting up a tribe, little tribe, and creating it and a little cult thing and stuff like that. I'm not a Jesus figure. I don't want any of that stuff. I want to enjoy it when I'm alive. Enjoy it now. And then I had thought, you know, almost foolishly, Facebook was where I really started looking into this. And like I said, this is decades I've been doing this. Um, the it it's not a code. You know, my videos, there's no secret code or anything like that. I pretend like there is, I guess, because I don't think that people understand what I'm doing and why, like the singing. I don't think people understand. Like, I think it's, their comprehension. If you don't get it, if you just think that I'm doing it to sing and sing off key and sing badly, or you think that I'm just joking about it is definitely meant to be funny, but more my lyrics are meant to be funny, not my singing. I am definitely trying, and I am, not doing well with it, but we get what we get. Again, if I tried to improve my singing, it's one of the reasons why I came up with those rules, is because it will never be good enough. Never. No matter how well I do it, no matter how much I splice into different things, no matter how much I sing the lyrics separately and mix it in with the music later, and no matter how much I do any of that stuff, it is it would never be ready for publishing. Partly because I don't like my voice, partly because I still don't like my voice. I can tolerate it for some songs, but I tolerate it only because I know that um, I did not, I don't have the opportunity when I sing one of my songs to go back and fix it. That's why I tolerate it for the most part. But I, it will never, if I had control over making sure that the song is perfect, voiceover work, and having different takes, and doing some effects in there, and all the other things that I could possibly do instead of just doing this. Run the camera, play the music, sing the song. That's all I do. If I didn't do it that way, it would never get done. I have songs that I've been working on. My Despacito parody. Um, I've been working on that pretty much since I sang. So around my birthday, I think it was on my birthday that I came up with the Despacito song. I can't. I don't know if it's. I can't remember whether Project Melody's song came out first, if I was had that in rolling in my head, or whether Despacito. Um, Despacito, the lyrics, I definitely, because I have both the English translation and the Spanish, and I'm at a loss with it. I've been working on it, working on it, working on it. Yeah. And unlike songs like "Fuck It All" or "Offline," which "Offline" completely wrote. I wrote that song so fast. I'm still kind of like going, oh, I wrote that song faster than I could have typed it. The description took me 4 times as long to write the description for Offline. That's the one headlight parody. Um, the the description took me longer to write than to write that song, and it's copyright claim, so I can't review it. I can't do anything like that. I won't play the music because I don't want my live streams to get copyright claimed or DMCA'd. All the reviews that I would do of my songs are all the non-copyright claimed. Otherwise, I'd have to take it. I mean, I could do it, and then I would have to literally go through the video and take out that section of where I did that, and it would not exist anymore. Or I could put it separate and make another video. But each copyright claim gets 1 per song, so I'm not going to give them more. And that is also one of the reasons why I don't sing the same song over and over and over again. As far as the ones that are non-copyright claimed, that gets into a really sticky situation. The Faster Pussycat song, the very first song, that I sang, House of Pain, was not copyright claimed, and I don't know whether it's because my technical issues of the music was difficult to hear. The microphone didn't pick up anything like that. And my singing was so horrendous that it didn't even match anything in Yahoo's database. Anything into YouTube's database to get a claim in it because it was so distorted. But when I re-sang the song, because that's one of the few songs that I've actually, the first 4 songs I re-sang. When I re-sang the song, it got copyright claimed. Pink, on the other hand, did the exact opposite. That flipped around. That went from being copyright claimed to not copyright claimed. I don't know how this is. I don't know how this stuff happens. So it is definitely something that I'm worried about when I do live stream with singing. That the copyright claims will start coming in on my live stream, and I'll have to basically pull it. I'll have to basically cut those sections out of the live stream because I don't want people. I'd like you to listen to the song. It's one of the reasons why they have thumbnails, and they exist. Definitely want people to listen to them, but there's nothing you can do with them unless you don't worry about, unless you're in my situation where you're not monetized and it doesn't matter and you can just let them have it or add commercials to it. Something like that. I don't know. I've talked about that a million times, so I'll probably talk about a million more. But I am also been on my, I guess, best behavior. And I think that it's been a detriment to me. One, because I just don't want to be a fucking creep. I'm just here to have fun. I'm just here to relax and enjoy, and I do feel like I'm a part of, but I do also think that my self-sabotage and everything like that, I'm just keeping that all at bay, and I worry that when people actually see me for who I am, it's pretty creepy. I'm an old freaking man. I'm an old man, hanging out with, early 20, maybe even early 30-year olds. And it's pretty creepy. But I should say, I don't, I can't say how people perceive it. I don't know how people are perceiving it and everything like that. It feels, when I think back of me, like, like almost pretending like I'm a young guy now, hanging with all these young people, and pretending I'm young again. I catch myself all the time. I mean, you see on my live streams, I curse up a storm. I get angry and everything like that. I don't do that. Um, I don't do that when I'm interacting with other people and other streams and everything like that. I think that what it really boils down to is that as much as I like anime, and I adore anime, it's like Star Wars, Star Trek, all of those. Um, I really don't belong. I'm really not a part of, and I am pretending. I feel like I'm pretending, you know, to be something that I'm not. And I know that it affords me the opportunity to do that. I can reinvent myself into that, and I've I've already done that. I've done that. I've done it so many times, and it it goes for a little while. Nicey and how fun and cute and adorable it is, and then it all turns to shit, and because it's not real. And when the real happens, um, people run for the hills because they don't know what this is now. They think, oh my God, look, he's changed so much, from where he was, like, all of a sudden, poof, I'm now 50 years old, you know. And they can think I'm now, maybe even still living with my mom and 18 or even 16. I mean, there's 16-year-olds running about and stuff like that. And I don't know whether it's because I attract it, or whether it's because I'm just in those situations, or the way I talk and communicate via text. I think that I'm like a depression magnet, and yeah, I have my own depression, and but when somebody's only been on this earth for a dozen years, you know, a dozen plus five, a dozen plus even 10, 2 dozen years, person been on this earth for 2 dozen years. There's a lot of life left. There's a lot of living left to do. And not to be a person, and I try desperately not to compare myself to people like that, because I know exactly what they're going through. Especially with like how the smallest things is now, your world is ending, and how you don't want to compromise, because, and I agree with, don't fucking compromise if you don't have to. I mean, if you compromise, they're just going to take more. You might as well fight. Might as well fight for a little bit more. Might as well fight for more than you need, because eventually you're just going to get what you need. unless you fight for less, unless you give in, unless you are always accommodating and taking away from yourself. And here I am, and I go crazy when people do that. You. This is what you have to do. Well, you don't have to do jack shit. These are the things that I do. I need to always put it in that context. I I do these things. I fail a lot. Um, the difference between me and somebody who is 16, 17 years old is that um, for twice their age, twice, um, not quite three times, but almost three times. I'm almost three times their age. I have lived outside of parental guidance twice as long as they have. And that puts me around yeah, almost twice as long. Like a year. They got a year if they're 17 years old. 2 years if they're 18. I can tell you that whatever you're going through with your parents is nothing compared to what you will go through living on your own. Nothing. There is nothing that living with your parents, rent free, or even if you're paying rent, helping with the bills and helping with the chores and stuff like that. There is nothing. Um, it's night and day, night and freaking day between when you're on your own. Because when you're on your own, you're responsible for everything for you. There's no safety net. You fail, and you fail hard. And you have to figure out how to pick yourself back up from your failure. And so what I had to do several times. And I've made a lot of money and I've lost a lot of money. And I've made a lot of money again and lost it all. The Rudyard Kipling, Brothers Shoe Toes. I think most people call it what it means to be a man. And I don't think that it just applies to the male gender. I think it applies to everybody. But there's one part in it where it's, and here I am talking about it. So obviously, maybe I'm not a man. But there's one part of it that I really take to heart. It's you bet it all on one toss and lose, and never speak of your loss. That is a tall, tall order. Because when you bet it all and you lose, you have nothing. And you gotta always just pick yourself back up. You gotta always make the strides, and everything that you had it could be gone. I think I mentioned my comic book collection getting stolen. Um, I think I've mentioned, when I was living with my parents, my comic book collection was very small. And when I left, I would stop at any comic book store around, and I would always buy, something from the shelves, something from the books, and I would always just collect comic books, especially comics that I find interesting, especially the artwork. And it grew a little bit. But I had a lot of, I had a lot of comic books that I spent a lot of money on. I joke um, about how I sold my soul for a Reggie Jackson baseball card, which I don't mean to, dispel anybody's notion of it. It didn't exactly happen that way. Um, I offered my soul and they didn't take it, so my soul wasn't worth it. Um, I ended up having to give, I believe it was a Pete Rose card for Reggie Jackson. Um, and Pete Rose cards worth a lot of money. I think I even threw in Bucky Dent. I'm my trade skills were sucked at the time, but I really wanted a Reggie Jackson card. But I always joke that I sold my soul for the Reggie Jackson card, and that Reggie Jackson card, when I was a kid, I thought it was going to be worth buttloads of money, and maybe that's why I wanted it so badly because I thought this is worth the Pete Rose. I think the Pete Rose card was it was at least a year older, so it wasn't even from the same Tops collection. Fleer. I think it was Fleer. It was either Fleer or Tops. I think it was. I think it was Fleer. I don't even think. Yeah, it might have. The Pete Rose might have been from a different card collection altogether. But I did trade um, that plus my Silver Surfer number one for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles um, issue one, and I found it near impossible because it just came out. I found it near impossible to get that as a collection because nobody knew if there was going to be a second. Nobody knew if there was going to be a third. Um, and I think I got fourth printing of the second issue, and I think I got maybe it was one of the earlier years, like second, whatever it was, but printing one issue one. I think there was only like 500 of them made, and pristine. I kept it absolutely pristine because the Teenage Mutant Turtle comic book was actually bigger than the plastics would put in there, so I had to get a used to be for the larger magazines. I think Fangoria. I think it was a Fangoria cover. But it was a larger one, and that was what I used to fit with the card back. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. But yeah, all that got stolen from me. I had a person who was with the rating system come into my house. I thought the safe was safe and hidden, and they knew whoever robbed my house knew. They knew exactly where it was. They knew exactly where to go. I in my house that they didn't take actual physical cash that they could have just taken. Because when I got home, I used to just basically just unload and it was tens and twenties, so it was a lot of money. And they left that alone, but they destroyed. I was renting a home at the time. They destroyed the rental home, destroyed the safe, and I don't even know if the comics inside were even worth it. But I didn't collect for a long time after that. I just felt like, every time I heard about, original Star Wars figures or something else of a collection or baseball cards or all these things that people collected and how they're worth like lots of money. And I just always remind myself that I could have collected them, but I would have lost them. They would have all been gone, no matter what it was. Something worth a lot of money. Um, what does this have to do with my tribe and everything like that? It just has to do with the fact that I'm not I'm trying. I'm working really hard to make this work. I've been on YouTube for now 6 months and change, and didn't even do anything for my 6 month anniversary. I might do something for my 1 year, but yeah, 6 months. 6 months on it, and this is what you see is what I got. I feel like I've moved further away from my goals. Tired. Oh, so tired. And I might take a break. I don't know. The mood strikes me. Um, yeah, I could see people thinking like, "What do you mean you're taking a break? You've been like you don't stream every day. It's unpredictable. Unpredictable to have this live stream up right now that you have going, and it's not really advertised, and but it used to be. I used to say, "This is when I stream. This is when I post loud noises," and I could easily go back to it. But I am just tired all the time. I I've kind of just surrendered my free time so I could do this, and I don't know if that's right anymore. Don't know if I know a lot of people say don't quit and don't do this and don't do that, but the truth of the matter is most people on YouTube don't make it. And I don't know. But going back to being in the tribe, one of the big rules that I have is anybody can be in the tribe. Anybody. All you have to do is say, I belong to the tribe, and you're in. That's it. Nobody's forcing anybody to stay. Is converting, trying. You can like as even if you don't, um, that could be one of the reasons why you quit. Joining back up, that's not going away, whatever it is. And it could be anything. It could be something simple, something stupid, something that doesn't even make sense to anybody else. except for you. And it's a valid reason to quit. I mean, there's no reason to put yourself through that again. Because whatever reason you quit for, you're gonna probably quit. You're probably gonna quit again. Whatever reason, whatever the reason could be, that you quit. Um, when you if you try to decide that, oh, I made a mistake, I'm gonna go back. That reason you quit didn't go away. It's still there, and it will probably get worse, and you'll most likely quit again. Save yourself some heartbreak. Save yourself some time. It's like I say with about the troll. He's there all the time. It's like his job to just dislike everything that I make. But in the grand scheme of things, it means nothing. No matter how much I get frustrated at it, no matter how much I think, why? Why is this guy picking on? I said, guy again. Why does this seem to always be picking on me, even if it's picking on other people? For me, it matters. It matters greatly. And if we're not lifting each other up, we're tearing each other down. So I think it's always better to have that. Back to like singing and stuff like that. I'm a little disappointed. Not just in my singing and everything like that, but and I've gotten some feedback, and I take everything to heart. Um, and it all means a lot. And people coming in and saying I'm awesome definitely feeds my ego. I wouldn't lie about that. Excuse me. Wouldn't lie about that. I wouldn't lie about that at all. Um, it's just I would love to do this full time. I would love to do this all the time. Maybe I am too old. Maybe maybe it's a lot of different things, a lot of different things working against me. Um, I definitely don't want to like start playing video games, and I know that I almost set that up, and maybe it was divine intervention that prevented me from having a real life gamer um, come in school a bunch of people playing in one game. And maybe that's all it was. I'm gonna end this. I don't know if you could tell, I'm falling asleep, and I'm probably just gonna go take a nap. Um, I hope wherever you are, whoever you are, um, that you're having an incredibly amazing day. And for anybody who's still watching this to this point, um, there's a lot of amazing things that I want to have happen, but it just feels like I'm less and less and less real to people. So, like I said, I'm going to end this. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night, and wonderfully amazing, as I said before earlier. And with that, cool beans. All right. '80s now. But yeah, here's the quote. And this is a very meaningful quote because I definitely think it's true for me. see myself as an intelligent, sensitive human with the soul of clown, which forces me to blow it at the most important moments. Ta-da! Hmm, whatever. Um, yeah. So I definitely have done that, and I definitely know what it's like. Um, you know, another brilliant poem. Um, they always title this song. They always title this poem "If." I've seen it titled as "What It Takes to Be a Man," um, and Rudyard Kipling wrote it. Brother Square Toes in Rewards and Fairies. I don't know if it's actually called "If." It might be. They actually have something where somebody else reads it. Let's not do that. Let me read it. So here's Rudyard Kipling's "If" or Brother Square Toes. If you can keep your head about you, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or be lied about, don't deal in lies, or be hated, don't give way to hating, yet don't look too good nor too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things that give your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. You can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of the pitch and toss and lose. Start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold when there's nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of a distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. I don't. Yeah. I still don't understand why they titled it "If." Kipling had something there, and I think that it's very poignant even to today. I might read some of my poems one of these times, maybe. Um, my parodies are poems in and of themselves. I like nice rhyming schemes too. Um, so you already have a taste, I guess, of my poetry. Um, I am I'm thinking about, and I'm going to probably end this soon anyway. And I'm sorry I didn't even get to anything that I really wanted to talk about, but just kind of there. I'm thinking about going through and doing a compilation of the parody songs, not the covers. As much as I'd love to do the covers, and if the covers, you know, there might be a couple covers that I do, but I might do that as a separate video. But I'll probably start with the parody videos. I'm going to try now that figured out a good balance between the volume of the microphone, the placement of the microphone, the um, how loud the music needs to be, because scary to say that even the same karaoke's that I use, um, the same karaoke channels that I use, the songs are at different volumes on there as well. So I have to basically, it's one of the things that happens when it happened a lot actually when I was doing the first time singing, and I have trouble hearing that, and I don't know. I know that I've said that before, but I'm saying it again. There's pitches and stuff like that. There is volume that my ears don't pick up. There's a lot of things where my hearing is concerned that I come up short with, and I can compensate to a degree. I have been listening a lot to, especially my parodies, and some of the covers, but for a lot of the parodies, because sometimes I drop whole, there's lyrics that I wrote that I should be putting in there. One of the other things that I could be doing, because I was going to be doing collabs with people. I had a few people that were, really wildly interested, especially music wise, to provide me with some either the backup music to my singing, and that would be great. I was thinking about doing some original songs, and write just actually writing lyrics to songs, to original music, and I that you would actually see now. That's where you'd see um, me shine. Um, that writing, basically not just parody lyrics, which I think some people think that is, easy to do and whatnot, and actually I'm finding it more and more challenging as time goes on. But original music, I can't sing that wrong, and because it's my song. I mean, people probably can sing it better. People can probably interpret it better, and I would even encourage that. But the truth of the matter is that, I can't sing it badly. I sing it because that's how the song is supposed to be sung, because it's my song. But yeah, I had a few people, um, three musicians. One's a computer musician, um, that I was in talks with. Um, One before my birthday, but um, one of them I did talk to before my birthday, and nobody said outright no. In fact, there was a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of talking about what we could do. And I'm even moving on to asking more people to you I can't definitively put them on the list of yeses, but I've even gotten to the point where I'm asking more people to do collabs with, and to write music, and to do that. Um, I can write music. Um, I Not to say that I'm lazy or anything like that, but um, there is a there is a tonality that I lack, and where I would need help with, actually not the lyrics part of it, but the singing part of it. That having a real musician, um, an actual musician, who's writing their own music, that I'm creating lyrics for, having that having that is what matters. Because they can help me with, whether I need to be tonally better, and um, we can match, my singing to that. But that's too far away. But looking at, you know, we can look at the list. Um, but looking at, you know the songs that I would literally just do a compilation of the non copyright claim, because this will allow other people to interact with it, to use it. Um, it is definitely one of the things that um, do 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 do. Right off the bat, you can definitely see. But and I've already done a review of If I Wasn't Work,